Teaching Corner. We've been reading in the McGuffy Reader in the first book, but I had a question for you before we started today. So in the last video I talked about teaching students with dyslexia, but I wonder if there's any disabilities where teachers have found it easier to teach this because of the controlled vocabulary. For instance, if there were any deaf education teachers out there, or any teachers who taught students with intellectual disabilities, if you found these easier or harder to work with because it had controlled vocabulary. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, so today we've got beach, shells, these, seat, waves going, ever see, watch, evening, lazy side. These boys and girls live near the sea. They have been to the beach. It is now evening and they are going home. John, who sits on the front seat, found some pretty shells. They are in the basket by his side. Ben White is driving. He holds the lines in one hand and his whip in the other. Robert has his hat in his hand and is looking at the horses. He thinks they are very lazy. They do not trot fast. The children are not far from home. In a little while the sun will set and it will be bedtime. Have you ever been at the seaside? It is not a good sport to watch the big Is it not good sport to watch the big waves and to play on the wet sand? And then in this one we have log, quiet, proud, pulled, fish, stump, river, father. One evening Frank's father said to him, "Frank, would you like to go with me to catch some fish?" "Yes, may I go?" "And with you, father?" "Yes, Frank, with me." "Oh, how glad I am." Here they are on the bank of a river. Frank has just pulled a fine fish out of the water. How proud he feels. See what a nice quiet spot they have found. Frank has the stump of a big tree for his seat, and his father sits on a log nearby. They like the sport. Rain, outside, often, pitter, say, window, sound, patter, drops, sometimes, only, music. What great onomatopoeia words, pitter, patter. And then we have slate work. So here we are practicing our cursive again. It says, "I wish, Mama, you would tell me where the rain comes from. Does it come from the sky? And when the little drops pitter-patter on the window, do you think they are playing with me? I cannot work or read, for I love to listen to them. I often think their sound is pretty music, but the rain keeps children at home, and sometimes I do not like that. Then the little raindrops only say pitter-patter, patter-pat, while we play on the outside. Why can't you play on that?" Sled, throw, winter hurt, ice, cover, Henry next, skate, ground, Mary, snow, sister, laughing pair. I like winter when snow and ice cover the ground. What fun it is to throw snowballs and to skate on the ice. See the boys and girls, how merry they are. Henry has his sled and draws his little sister. There they go. I think Henry is kind, for his sister is too small to skate. Look, did you see that boy fall down? But I see he is not hurt, for he is laughing. Some other boys have just come to join in the sport. See them put on their skates. Henry says he hopes his father will get a pair of skates for his sister next winter. Then we have paw, polite, means, isn't, speak, sir, shake, Fido, tricks, teach, dinner, Ellen, bow wow. Ellen, do look at Fido. He sits up in a chair with my hat on. He looks like a little boy, but he is only Fido. Now see him shake hands. Give him your paw, Fido. How do you do, sir? Will you take dinner with us, Fido? Speak. Fido says, bow wow, which means thank you, I will. Isn't Fido a good dog, Ellen? He is always so polite. When school is out, I will try to teach him some other tricks. So I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!